Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Certainly thank you to our entire panel here today. I think this hearing is very timely. It's important. I think it's always healthy to look back, see where we've been, where we need to go moving forward. I'm proud to say that the 2017 TCJA, Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, was a reflection and a result of several years of thoughtful exchange and really diving deep into what we could do at the time to grow our economy, create more opportunity, create more fairness in the tax code, I might add. And it was interesting. I think one thing that is left out of the discussion today, especially as we heard some testimony earlier, is that even Barack Obama, when he was president, realized that we needed to be more competitive on the corporate side and proposed a reduction in the rate. Now, a different rate than we ended up at, but Barack Obama, hardly even a moderate president, suggested we needed to be more competitive. He saw the inversions that were taking place over and over and over again that I don't think a score has ever truly reflected the damaging aspects of an uncompetitive corporate tax rate. Now we can talk about this all we want and characterize this in different ways, but fact of the matter is we were in a bad spot as a country before TCJA. And yes, had we only done corporate, that would not have been a good look. And as we hear here today, again, the impacts of what we did for families was very positive, without going so far as President Biden did with pushing more money, so much money out there, calling it tax relief, but it was just pushing money out there that triggered inflation. So I think it is incredibly important, and I believe we owe the American people a discussion, an exchange in sharing ideas and reflecting on reality, that we would shape policy moving forward in a productive fashion. And when I say productive, I mean with this process, but Ms. Silver very accurately, I believe, and appropriately described, and we sought out in 2017 on productivity for manufacturers such as Ms. Silver. Now, I think it was important that we were agnostic on size of a company so that everyone could benefit. But we knew that with increased productivity, if a business would see advantages in the tax code to adding new equipment, as Ms. Silver articulated, that the end result would be good for the company on a micro basis, but great for the economy as a whole as more U.S. companies became more productive and more profitable. Now, call me unreasonable, but I think profitability is a good thing. Profitability around this town is demonized so often. I think it's sad. And we owe the American people a better discussion than what we've been seeing way too often here. But I just think it's important to note that the thoughtfulness that went into 2017, I think there's a greater understanding these days that what we did in 2017 was the right thing to do, especially given the factors to consider at the time. And now looking backward, I'm proud to say we did the right thing. Now, we want to prepare for the future. What do we need to do to be more competitive moving forward? Let's look at that. But let's not ignore the successes that we had. Now, very briefly, sorry I've taken up so much time here, but Ms. Gallagher, I want to give you more time to elaborate perhaps on the value of permanence, whether it's a state tax, whether it's 199A, the value of permanence and what that would look like perhaps to an individual business or even beyond.
Thank you, Congressman, and good to see you. I came to your tax team meeting this summer and talked to you and your folks on this. So permanency, certainty and predictability is key for our small businesses and farmers. How can you plan without it? I think sometimes, or I was thinking of an analogy I could give you, but I know you all are very busy people. So imagine, if you will, getting your calendar or your schedule the morning of your day, not having any idea where you were going, who you were seeing, what you were supposed to say, what you were supposed to do until that morning. That's how I see this permanency and the need to do this swiftly for our taxpayers. They are in the dark, and I think certainty and predictability so they can plan is key. It could stunt economic growth and job creation without it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I yield back.